Monday morning? Good holiday Monday morning? You know what? I need to turn the volume. There we go. Did it. Yay. There I am. Good morning. Please say hey as you enter the room.
I was going to say. I saw a cool phone.
Yeah, when I pushed down to turn the phone off, it did that. I don't know why. So this morning we're going to talk about inspiring and inspiration, etc. Good morning, Marie. Hey, Suzanne. Marie. Good morning. Tell Bill hello. I know he's right there. Hi, Bill. Good morning, Peggy and Debbie Davis. Good morning. Oh, thanks, Bobby. Love you too. Good morning, Amy. Speaking of inspiration, I hope you all had an amazing 4th of July. Hey, Zoanne, how are you? Hey, Carrie Marie and Darla. If I miss you guys, say hello again at some point and I will catch it.
Bobby, good morning. I love you too.
Deanna and I are designing together this afternoon. Should be
what?
fun. Yeah. About 4 o'clock.
Or so.
Or so.
I think
we will post a notice, and if you are and I don't know the number, so I can't give it to you. But if you haven't already joined us on our text messaging, you will also be notified. Aw, thanks, Bill. Good morning, Susan Brand. Hey, Teresa.
Hey, Suzanne.
Good morning, Sandy. Hey, Judy Demaray. How are you today?
Marie, give Bill and all the girls a hug for me, including the fuzzy ones.
Did I say hey to Susan Brand? I think I did. Hi, Heather. How are you this morning? Hey, Kimberly. Gosh, one of the most inspiring people ever. It would be Kimberly Brookins. Good morning, Sheila Schofield. So last night, I prayed really hard. Well, I should say like at 1 a.m. It's like, oh my goodness, God, please, please. Thank you, Sandy. Let me see if I can pin that. Can I pin that?
No.
Pin this comment. There you go. And the pinned comment gives you our Ranch House text number. That's where you text me at. Good to see you too, Judy. Carrie Marie, thank goodness for you not having the rain. I want to go to Vermont. It's on my bucket list. I want to do the whole Upper East Coast. Yeah, so, and nothing. Good morning, Jan Brown Cook. How are you? My sunshine. Hey, Matt. But this morning, I wasn't even awake yet. And the word inspire kept playing over and over in my head. So I was like, okay, I get it. We're going to talk about inspiring. Oh, good. A lot of the Hobby Lobbies don't have a whole lot of their Christmas out. I've noticed a lot of people doing Hobby Lobby Lives, and they don't have a whole lot. But it doesn't mean you can't be inspired. Tell Courtney hello for me, please, and your beautiful mama. Matt's mom made me a really, really, really pretty chicken for my kitchen. Susan Galley, good morning. So I hope you enjoyed celebrating the 4th, America's birthday, and I hope you remembered to pray for our soldiers who are still working at helping to keep us a free country and sacrificing so much for us. So, of course, the first thing I did when I rolled out of bed and got my notepad was to look up what inspire means, the definition. by the way, it's kind of warm out here, so we've got the fan going, so you'll see my hair blowing like crazy. Good morning, Brenda Waite. Good morning, Miss Fonda. So inspire means, by definition, to fill someone with the urge or ability to do or feel something, especially something creative. I thought that was an interesting addition to the definition. So again, inspire is an action word. It's a verb. Good morning, Lisa. Aw, thank you. We never miss a Monday. Now I'll be missing next Monday, but Deanna will be our inspirational speaker next Monday morning at 10 a.m.
Well, I'll be on.
She's filling in for me. Good morning, Miss Vicky Zaretsky. Hey, Nadine. I have to have a procedure done. It's a minor procedure, nothing for anybody to worry about. A prayer would be all right, but it's nothing for anybody to worry about, and that's the only day the doctor could get me in until September. So we're going with it. Hi, Brenda Housley and Sherry Lowe. It's good to see y'all. So now you know, and I'll probably mention that again. Hi, Trina. Good to see you this morning. Happy July 5th. It's a federal holiday, so a lot of people have the day off. Isn't that nice? Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that can't have the day off. Well, thank you, Susan. I appreciate that. Remember, y'all, it's nothing major. So as I was working on the word inspire, there's so many ways to use that word. I mean, to be inspired, to be an inspiration, to receive inspiration, to inspire others. And one of the things for me that it meant is to give confidence to someone. Sometimes that's what inspiration is, simply, is that we have given someone the confidence they needed. That's right, Susan, that's true. Surgery is surgery. And in part of being enthusiastic for others, we become more enthusiastic about ourselves. It does something to us in our heart, in our spirit. When you know that you have helped to give someone confidence in their own abilities, because really, that's what it is. So like when we watch lives, whether we're watching people paint or create, oh, thanks, Kathy, that's so sweet. Good morning, Miss Joyce. Or create a wreath or a centerpiece, or all the things that we watch, making a sign, all that a lot of us watch. We do that because it's inspiring to us. It inspires us by what they're doing. Okay, now, go away. Thank you. Wow, the phone just went really dark. Let's see. Good morning, Annette. How are you, beautiful lady? So, one of the things I thought is we also need to be authentic. Keep your inspiration authentic. Because if it's not authentic, those that you're trying to inspire will figure it out. And then you've lost your ability to inspire. Huff says, please pray for my brother-in-law, Larry. He had to be put in hospice home last week. He has cancer. Aw, I'm so sorry. Thank you, Teeny. Right back at you, girl. She said, happy holiday. Hi, sweetie Drea, Deanna, and Jess.
Good morning, y'all.
Jess is off with her brother and his family. He offered to take them all to breakfast. Oh, no, Susan. We will keep everybody in the Florida area in our prayers for that stinking hurricane or tropical storm, whatever it is right now.
Sorry, Trina.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, our neighbors were throwing bombs, let me tell you. Anxiously waiting to see what you and Deanna have planned for this afternoon's live.
Yeah,
So are we. What we're doing, I can't tell you what we're doing, but we haven't made the plan. We haven't picked the items. We're going to go and do that shortly before we go live. So you will see us in our craziness.
Or you'll see us go on live and we'll both have a grapevine around our waist pulling each other across the room. I don't know, you know. You never
But
know.
it is a BFF live, so there's a hint in that.
Can't go dinner for 3 days. You gotta wait till I rest up, Teeny.
First time in 3 years they have closed county offices tomorrow. Wow. That's not good. Hey, Mary Walker, good to see you. So where mine? I ended up with a headache last night. Took a while to fall asleep myself. Yeah, there was no falling asleep here. I mean, it sounded like, and we're way out in the country, y'all, but it sounded like it was right outside our door. I don't
Y'all
know.
are too sweet. We appreciate y'all.
Aw, thanks, Bobby. Thanks. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we might, Matthew. You never know.
Yeah, we may be slapping each other with
That's
them
true.
after a minute or two. Melena. Oh, what a
Melena, I
pretty
love that
name.
name.
Melena Futrell McConaughey. I love your name. Hello from Indiana. Do you know Indiana's one of my favorite states to visit? I have photos of my children and I in the sunflower fields. Oh my God, you haven't lived till you've seen these Indiana sunflower fields in full bloom with a light breeze blowing, and you just, oh, it's just gorgeous.
Do you know Indiana's close to Ohio?
Yes, I do.
Oh my.
I actually know my geography.
I don't. Maybe around 4 or so, Teeny.
Around 4 Central Time, Teeny. Teeny, in the pin post, there's our text number. If you haven't already signed up for it, sign up for the text. I just love using that to let people know when we go live. Also, when you sign up for it, you get a little surprise from Jessie, because that's her baby. She's in charge of that. All right. So,
Melena asked what part of Indiana.
I think she was asking somebody else, wasn't she?
Oh.
I love the whole
I thought
state of
maybe you-
Indiana, actually.
you
It's
said
just
pictures.
beautiful. And so pastoral, for lack of a better word. Aw, Heather, that means so much. You have no idea how much that means. That is the whole point in me doing lives and being part of the Can-Am VIP connection, is to inspire you to just step out a little and do something a little different. So thank you so much for that.
How do you know she's not talking about coffee with Drea?
She could be, but she said stepping out of her comfort zone, so okay. So in along the lines of keeping things authentic, there's an old saying. I used to say this to my daycare teachers, for over 30 years. I told them, people don't care what you know until they know that you care. That is about being authentic.
Say that again.
They don't care what you know until they know that you care.
Good one.
Yes. And you know what happens when you inspire? You're really cheering people on, aren't you? You're giving them a little boost of confidence. You're exuding positivity and joy and happiness and all the things. But the interesting thing that happens when you inspire others, they become your cheerleaders too. They cheer you on. They want you to succeed. They want to be a part of your journey and see what you can accomplish. Because if you're inspiring them to accomplish, they want you to accomplish. Then you become the evidence, that the testimony, if you will, that things can be accomplished.
Hey, Donna S.
Awesome, Teeny.
You can do it, Teeny.
You got this. Those rails are so fun and easy and quick. Those are awesome
do the
for you guys
butterfly,
that
isn't
do craft shows. Yeah, she's doing the butterfly.
Yes, I do, Sheila S.
Oh, no, Suzanne. Oh, I wish I could go. I just can't. Not with the procedure coming up. And
We're going to all try to get together for lunch or
no, you don't
something.
have to say anything specific. You can put an emoji. You can say, hey. You can say, Dre, be quiet. You can say anything you want.
I just put hey and sent it.
Yeah, and then you'll get a little message back, and you'll click that link, and it'll ask you, are you sure? And then you say yes or whatever little button you push, and you're in.
I thought we had to fill something out.
Deanna, you know Pennsylvania is so close to Ohio also. Where Nadine and I live is only about 3 hours from your town in Ohio.
Yeah, we're going to figure out where Jan is, what direction, y'all, and me, and we'll all meet somewhere.
And then in September, that is with y'all and Deanna, and then in September, Jesse and I will be up there in Loretta for Crafters Convention, of course, and we're going to do some extra time. So we thought about maybe doing some kind of mini retreat or something. We'll see. But certainly a get-together. So that will be fun. Hi, Donna. Aw, I'm glad you catch the replay.
Okay, Teeny got it to work. Yay, Teeny.
Thank you, Teeny. Good morning, Rhonda Tooley. How are you today? I'm trying to catch up here. My comments are not my friend. Let's see, what did Teddy Roosevelt once say?
Oh, Matthew.
I love that Teddy Roosevelt once said that John Maxwell promotes it all the time. People just need to know we care. That is absolutely true. And you know what, guys? When they know that you care, they see that you're authentic with your inspiration and with your concern and compassion for them. They'll become your cheerleaders as well, like we said, and cheer you on in your life, which then it's like a battery, recharging that battery. And you know, you're going to be really surprised. This happens to me so often. And Deanna's like, really? You're surprised? But I am. You don't know who's actually watching your journey. Sometimes they're very quiet. They're in the background.
All right, okay. A lot of hearts for the ones that are watching Drea's journey without her even knowing it.
Yeah.
Just give me a bunch of hearts.
So you never know who's watching. And if they're watching and you're authentic and you're choosing joy, guess what? They're being inspired by you. And then if your journey inspires their journey, and then their journey inspires others, and so forth and so on, there we go with that grapevine, if you will, of positivity. You know, that song, I heard it through the grapevine, you know, it's about rumors.
I love that.
Let that grapevine of rumor fade out, die off. Let's make a wreath out of it. It's a dead grapevine then. And let's fill it with positivity. Wouldn't that be the most amazing thing?
You see all those hearts?
Yes. Don't, because I'll cry, because I'm touchy this morning.
For the stars.
Thank you so much. Those go to Meadow Haven Horse Rescue.
Good job.
Yes, they have been this year in particular because, you know, people just don't have the money. They've taken on a lot of rescue horses, and it's very expensive. So we thought we would support them. We used to do horse rescue.
Hey, Lisa Williams.
That's something. Hey, hey. In the background, like me, Denise says. Just found you a couple of weeks ago. Watched your Monday for the first time last week. Well, welcome, yes. Denise. See, now that inspires me.
Kelly, hope you feel better.
Yes.
Oh, Susan just sent stars, too.
Hi, thank you. Hey, Kelly. How's my wine and design buddy?
Don't overdo it today.
Suzanne, we definitely will keep you and all of our Florida friends. Thanks, yes. Sandy. I appreciate that very much. Me too, Melena. I can't. I want to get some minis. I want to rescue minis again.
Well, Sandy sent stars too.
I know. I said thank
I
you.
missed it.
It's your first shower today. Oh, it's gonna feel so great and
Go
so
slow.
not great all at the same time. I read something that Helen Keller said. Most of us know who Helen Keller was, and if you don't, sorry, you're gonna have to look her up. She was a very inspirational person during a time where her blindness could have kept her stuck in a hovel. They didn't have the advances in the schools and all the things that we have now to help our people that have become or are blind. This is what she said. She said, although the world is full of suffering, it is also full of overcoming it. Isn't that awesome? We forget that sometimes. We see all the icky and all the suffering and all the pain and all the sadness, but we forget there are so many people that have overcome it and continue to live a happy, joyful life.
Hey,
Yes,
Debbie.
blind and deaf, Carrie Marie. Thank you.
I know, Amy isn't.
Good morning, Debbie.
She didn't realize the people that have been following her journey and the amount that have reached out because they have such similarities.
Toya. Booyah.
Susan, you might have to go out and come back in. I haven't seen any freezing on my end yet.
The other thing is, we can be inspired by other people's successes or not.
Frustrated.
We could be frustrated, yes, or it could bring us down because we're like, oh my God. I know it happens to me a lot. Oh my God, I work 24/7. Why am I not seeing more financial success? That is. But you know what? Sex isn't sex.
What
What the heck?
Okay, well.
Wow.
This is a different Coffee with Dre this morning to
Woo! That sounds like nighttime with Dre. Gosh.
Whoa.
Success
There you go.
isn't always about what you accomplish. Really, it's not. It's about what you inspire others to do. That's how we can measure our success. It isn't always by the bank account. It isn't always by those physical things that you see. It's about, are you inspiring someone else? Yes. Well, then
Did
you're
y'all-
successful.
Did
Are
y'all
they
just
still
spit
on
your
that?
coffee out? Melena, what is on your mind, lady? LOL.
Not that.
Come on in.
Okay, well, any of you that were sleeping, you're awake now.
Oh my.
Oh my gosh.
Mm.
You know, and the other thing we have to remember is to allow ourselves to be inspired by others. I'm inspired by so many of you that speak here, and so many that send me private messages, or so many that I see make these inspiring quotes and memes on their pages with no insinuations or innuendos in there, just pure, sweet kindness and joy in them. And Kimberly is one of them. I'm not going to tell her story because it's not mine to tell. But Kimberly went through something
Good morning,
horrible.
Kim Weber.
And I've always been inspired by her. She knows that I've always thought she was just beautiful inside and out. There was something about her. I met her at an event back in, 2018? Was it that long ago? Early 2019, I think. Well, whatever. And I was drawn to her.
She said you can tell.
What?
Kimberly said you can tell.
Okay.
Hey, Ginger. She said she hasn't seen you on here for a long time.
Welcome back, Ginger.
Shauna, how are you?
We are not supposed to stay in the dark when there are brighter. When you reach out, you can live happier. Absolutely. Right, Teeny Squirrel?
Ditto, Sparrow.
So, I'll tell you a little bit about Kimberly, and I'm hoping that her story becomes a little more public, because first of all, I was drawn to her prior to her accident, and I just loved her. She was so positive, I could talk to her, and she just found the most beautiful words. Just like Tamanika Zealous, y'all know her. She's busy settling into a new home. She will be joining us more regularly soon. They just ooze inspiration, for real. And the beauty on the inside, they're beautiful ladies anyway, physically, but the beauty on the inside just illuminates on the outside. Well, Kimberly, I hadn't heard from her for several months, and she messaged me about something. I don't remember exactly what it was, and I hadn't seen her, and so I was actually worried about her, and for good reason. She had a grease on her stove splash up onto her, bad. Her face, her arm, just really bad. A grease. Hot, boiling grease. Now, any other person who is beautiful, and she really, really is a beautiful woman, in particular, may have thought, okay, I'm done. I can't. First of all, you can't imagine the excruciating physical pain at the point of the grease splash. But the physical pain when you have any kind of burn, it always gets worse before it gets better. The healing is awful. So when we were talking, she inspired me. Now this was probably about 3 or 4 months after the accident. And she continues to inspire, and she continues to post the most beautiful things on her page. So, first of all, I want you guys to say a prayer of thanks for Kimberly, that she has been able to be physically healed, but also a prayer of thanks that she's the kind of human being whose journey you follow, who inspires you to be a better person, who says to yourself, oh my goodness, bless her. Now, I know I can handle this sprained ankle or whatever. Sometimes we have the most minor little boo-boos, and then we see somebody else have something so horrendous physically, and their joy, she was still choosing joy, y'all. This whole nightmare. That's not to say she didn't have downtimes. She's human, after all. But she's an inspiration to so many, and I would love for y'all to get to know her. I hope that sometime I can have her as an inspirational speaker at TDR. See there? To God be the glory. Absolutely.
Right. Inspiration to be told from amongst the will of success.
Yes.
Yep.
So we certainly want to thank her and pray for her continued inspiration, because I know where she gets it. She gets it from God. She does. She gives him all the credit. Look right there.
Yeah, a lot of us wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for God.
Well, none of us would, I don't think. Yes. See, thank you. Yeah. Isn't that inspiring, though? For someone, she could have let it keep her locked up in her house. But you know what? Some would say there's disfiguring there. I don't see it. I just see her in that big, beautiful smile and those authentic, happy, thank you, Jesus, eyes. She is still just as beautiful to me as she was before. Yeah. Y'all, be Kimberly. Don't allow the suffering to take away you, that core you, right? Remember what Helen Keller said. Kimberly is a shining example. And I know I'm missing parts of the story, but she is a shining example of someone who had major suffering and overcame it. Yes, she gives all the glory to God, but she is a strong Christian, inspirational woman. I just love you. She knows I do. I may crush on her a little bit, but I won't be a stalker.
Sandy said, inspiration within inspiration moments. See, you just got a God moment, Dre. You introduced us to Kimberly.
Aw, yes I did. Yes. So I
Hey,
want you,
rock
whenever
star.
you're suffering, oh, as our rock star made it in, hey. She gets to travel out of country tomorrow.
Sparrow, you are correct. That's how you keep going, one day at a time.
Absolutely. Good morning, Kim. And Michelle.
Melena, got to run, but thank you for the get up and go today. Off to
You're welcome.
successfully finish cleaning my creative room. Well, you have a great week, and we're
Be
glad you
inspired
joined
to
us.
clean your creative room.
And if you get time today, check
Hang
us
on.
out at Ranch House Craft Supply or Ranch House Reese and More for a live that Drea and I are doing together.
It should be interesting.
It's going to be funny.
We have no idea we have an idea.
Good morning,
But
Lisa
that's it.
Peterson.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, be inspired by others. Don't sit back.
And then Trina.
What's that?
She said that for sure God allows me to be able to raise my grandchildren even though I'm very sick with autoimmune disease.
Bless you.
disorder.
Another inspiration.
Those inspirations are what keep us going.
Absolutely. You guys and
Yeah.
your stories. And I'm so blessed to get to hear them. Good morning, Melissa Wilson.
Yes, good morning.
We are, and most of them, unless I'm asked not to, I share with Deanna, and we pray about it, and you and your stories. But I'm always inspired because
Have a good week, Marie and Bill.
yes,
Love you
be
guys.
safe out there, you guys. Good morning, Ramona
Good-
Boudreaux.
Yes, good morning.
But if you allow yourself to be inspired by others, then you're a part of their journey. Their journey has inspired you. That allows you to take that inspiration, do something with it, because to inspire is action, and share with
Amen.
others. Like this morning, yes, like with Kimberly. Y'all didn't know her story. Painful. Guys, we can't even imagine the horrific physical pain, plus the healing pain, plus the embarrassment, the humiliation, all of that, going out in public for the first time, all those bridges she had to cross, and she did it with such grace and such dignity and such pride that she was such an inspiration. I can just imagine how proud her family must be, and thankful. And thankful. So, are you inspiring someone today? Just with your smile? With your creativity? Are you encouraging someone to be enthusiastic, with a desire to create, with a desire to follow your inspiration? Are you helping them feel something positive? Because inspiring ain't showing negative stuff. That is not inspiring. That's a total turnoff, right? And y'all, who's watching your journey? You don't know. What's Darla say?
Darla says, I can somewhat relate. One of the reasons I will never go live is due to
Cutaneous lupus spots.
spots on my neck. So many people stare, and I would be thinking people would always be looking at them instead of my creations. That's where you weed them out, Darla.
Darla,
You do you.
if you want to do a live, sweet lady, you do a live.
Yes.
If anybody looks at you and that's what they see,
Then they
shame
don't
on
need to
them.
be there.
It's like with Kimberly, y'all. She's beautiful. By the way, Kimberly is a person of color. I don't even know what's politically correct anymore. Beautiful, perfect color skin. Well, those grease spots lightened her skin, of course. So she has that. It doesn't stop her. If that's what people see when they see you, shame on them. I understand that holding you back, but you know what, Darla? If you want to go live just for the sake of going live, you let me know. I'll put you live in our private group. We are nothing but positive people in there, and we will watch
come
you
and
live.
support you.
Yes, we will. If you're not ready to go public,
Yep.
we will certainly enjoy having you in our private group. So
Good
you
morning,
let me know.
Melissa from Branson, Missouri.
Hey, you're in Branson today?
I know, Sparrow. I wouldn't be in Florida right now.
That's right, Denise. Absolutely. Shame on people. It's a shame. And I could see that. You know, when small children look at you because you look different, you're like, oh, look
You
at
tell
them.
her,
That,
Kim
you
Weber.
know. What's that?
Tell them, Darla, you are so much better than all those negative people. They aren't worth your time while we're seeing your beauty.
Absolutely.
They're there to watch your creation, and if that's not what they want to see, they know how to get out of that alive.
Mm-hmm. I know these are words we're speaking, and we
Yes.
don't have to deal with what you're dealing with, but I promise, just message me. Let's get you live. You can go live for 30 minutes with us in a private group. We can watch you create, learn from you, be inspired by you. And if one person says anything negative, guess what? They're banned. They're blocked.
Bye-bye.
They're out. Bye-bye. Everyone is beautiful just the way they are. Never worry what everyone says and thinks. Everything is beautiful.
I know, Kelly, right?
In its own way. Like the starry summer nights. And I can't remember the rest of it. Oh, well. Okay.
Kimberly
Welcome to
Brookins
70s.
says, I have lupus as well, but I prefer to let people see my gift.
There's one of my
It's all right.
most inspirational people.
Darla, if you're not ready, don't feel we're pushing you into it. Not
No,
at
no.
all. You do it when you're ready. We'll be there for you.
We just want you to know it's an option for you. You know, I had someone, I don't know if she's on here today, so I can't tell you her name, but she's a follower
You're right, Debbie.
and an inspiration. And she did a live one day. She lost her daughter, I think it was in September last year. Beautiful daughter. And almost grown. Well, she was grown, actually. Anyway, she lost her daughter, and who passed away. And so, you know, she's still in the first year of everything. She called me. Well, she messaged me and asked me to call her, so I called her. And she said to me, Drea, I need to know if I look fake in my lives. No, you don't look fake to me. And she said, because I'm having to fake my smile. I'm having to fake my joy right now. And I said, of course you are. Nobody can lose a child. I don't care if they're 5, 15, 25, which I think is what her daughter was, or older. When a mom loses a child, it takes a very long time for the smile and the joy to be authentic. We do have to fake it sometimes so that we don't bring others down, especially if we want to do a live. And she said, I was worried that people would then start saying I was a fake person, not the real me, and then that negativity would be out there. And you know what I told her? First of all, I didn't see it. I did not see it. Her live was amazing. Secondly, shame on them. Shame on them. But she did it, and she's done a number of lives since. I'm really, really proud of her. But isn't it sad that we have to worry so much about the tongues of other
And
people?
Debbie's right.
What's
the
that?
issues we have with ourselves are just that. With ourselves. And others mostly don't see it unless we point it out. So that is true. We're our own worst enemy.
That is absolutely true. However,
Yes.
y'all have been in those lives or seen the posts and things where people have been cruel. I've seen so many people say, I can no longer do lives because this happened on my live. And I could see where somebody would be concerned about that happening. I just want you to know, as, who was it? Debbie says, the majority of people aren't that way. The majority of people see the joy and the positivity in you, not the flaws.
Well, and the thing is,
If
too,
they are
is
flaws. Maybe that's actually a gift for you.
if you don't have that support system when you go live and you're already nervous and you're doing your first live, your second live, it does get better. It is a little scary. Reach out to your people and we'll come and support you and help you. And if there's people on there being mean, you know what? We just get rid of them. You
That's
don't
it.
need all of that. It's like when you go into a room for a gathering, you know, you the ones that are being negative or putting you down, you ask them to leave, or you just go in another room without them.
You're right, Kim. Lately, and I guess
They are.
this has just been, You know, all this COVID and all the stuff that went with it and all the political unrest and all the things has turned us into a country of negativity like I've never seen before. Even during war times, we weren't like this. We weren't so cruel and mean to one another. It is so hurtful to see. And I'm so proud, though, of so many of you who are really taking the time and putting forth the effort to be positive and uplifting and inspirational instead of becoming victim to all this negativity. Oh, Kim, I'm still waiting on a certain something. You know what it is, Kim Weber. Can I inspire you to do it? Oh, I love you, Kim. Sorry. People get really cruel, especially during and after this pandemic. Yes. I'm so happy to hear that, my little sparrow. That really makes me very, very happy, because that is probably the most difficult part of our healing as we're grieving someone we love, is getting past the anger, because we are so angry, so pissed off that we've lost someone we love so dearly, because it doesn't feel natural. You know, we weren't created to die. God didn't make us that way. And so it's not natural. So I'm really proud of you. That's, you know, that's an important step in your healing. Lisa Williams, I am one of the background people. I finally asked a question on a live and got a very rude response as to watch the replay. So I no longer ask questions. Lisa, if that happens on one of my lives or anything I'm involved in, you reach out to me. I'll take care of that. Please don't be in the background here with us.
If there is some people, and I've seen some people do that, and I don't think they say it meanly. It's just that if you come in towards the tail end of the live, and depending on what they're creating, sometimes it is easier to go back and rewatch the live.
But we don't have to answer in a rude way.
Well, that is true. There are certain people, especially if you start watching them and you're not sure of their personality, we have a tendency to take things wrong. I'm not saying you did, because there are people that that come across,
Shauna, you are not disabled in my book. You are one of the most able people. I had to learn how to love myself again and my physical appearance after my amputation. It's not always easy, actually very challenging at times, but ... my disability in this world is nothing compared to my ability through Christ our Lord. Amen, amen, amen. And again, Shauna is another one of those inspirational people. She does have a leg amputation, but her, what do you call it? Prosthesis. They're awesome. She makes fun. I can't imagine having to live with that, but you do it so well. You inspire so many. I know that you do.
Suzanne, I agree. You'll get there. Just you do it on your time limit and not what somebody else thinks you should do.
Well, and she didn't get to say goodbye to her dad. I know.
But COVID had a lot to do with that, so that was kind of out of her control.
Well, and that's probably very common, unfortunately, over the last year and a half for people. I know a lot of people here were unable to physically say goodbye to their loved ones too, and that is something difficult to handle.
Yeah, not even be able to see them and not be able to have a memorial service unless they were cremated or something. So there was a lot of this COVID that did not get what most people would have gotten as far as spending the time. Yes,
and no warning. Like when my kids were killed in that head-on collision, that's one of the things that bothered me so much is I wish they had lived long enough for mommy to say I love you goodbye, let them go. But one day, it's too soon. It hasn't even been a year yet. It's too soon. Give yourself some grace, my sweet little sparrow.
Going through the first. Kim, you are correct, but I look at it this way, and Drea, correct me if I'm wrong.
I can't correct how you look at it.
Well, that's true. Because she said it bothers me when I'm looking at people's creations, and some get so mean when they're not getting the how-dos on their beautiful creations. A lot of them do that because they have a private paid group. And that's their way. They don't have to be mean about it and not say anything, but a lot of them will ignore your comments because they want you to join their paid group, and you'll get to see the how-to on everything. So they're kind of like just teasers with the lives. This is what I do. This is how I can do it. You want to know? Come join my group.
Good morning, Laura Walsh. How are you? I saw her on our live, but not during it yesterday. So I wasn't ignoring you. I saw it in the replay.
But Kim, there's too many other lives out there, YouTube, all that if there's something you need, you can find it.
But I agree. Although I have been on lives where people are not nice about it. And that is true. I try to give as much information as possible. I've even asked private group members, is it okay if I do an overhead or a close-up sometimes? Because they pay for that extra, the secrets, so to speak. They pay for the close-up. They pay for the extra explanations. But there is no reason any one of us, either in the comments or the person doing the live, should be rude. Just explain that.
Well, and I think that when there's a lot of people on a live,
yes, Debbie, you're right,
and you get the same questions asked multiple times that you just answered, and then somebody asks the same question, and not to be mean, but that gets a little annoying after a while. It's like, were you just not listening to what we just said?
And some people are watching and not reading the comments.
True.
So they don't get that, So that's why they're asking again. I just answer. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll answer it every 5 minutes if need be.
It's a fickle thing doing a live.
That is really hard. My 3-month stay in the hospital, I was alone physically. Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. She dealt with this with nobody with her. No one. I mean, the nursing staff and the doctors, of course. Duh. No one with her. Kimberly. Oh.
Yeah.
There was something I saw.
What did you saw?
I not know. Yes, Debbie, YouTube is a great place to go. Deanna hangs out there a lot.
Oh, I get in trouble.
Where you don't have to worry about all that. It's more tutorial like.
Plus, you can fast forward.
Yeah.
You can't fast forward on a live.
Not on a live, but in a replay.
I know. And sometimes by then
well,
I'm
thanks,
frustrated.
Laura. We did.
Re-see the live.
Amy, hey, I just do it to annoy you. Just kidding. Hey, Amy, tell Jody, hey.
Amen, Bobby.
Yes, Jesus was. He was right there holding her hand through the whole... That's when he carried her. Because why? Because she's... Not because she's a perfect person, but because she's a woman of faith. She's built that relationship. So don't not build that relationship, you guys. You don't know. There may come a time where that's the only person you have to talk to. Like Kimberly in the hospital, alone, suffering. Legit suffering for months. That's all she had. And had she not taken the time to build that relationship, I don't even know if she could have made it through. I'm telling you.
Good morning, Joan.
Hey, beautiful Miss Joan. You're a blessedly woman? Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, Melissa with Buckeyed Reese.
That's who I thought that was.
Is a YouTuber. That's where a lot of her stuff is. And I'm going to say this, Melissa, because you've said it often, huh?
We even thought about doing that.
We have a YouTube channel, so if y'all want to go like it, please do, or follow it, subscribe, whatever you do. We are planning, Deborah and I just talked about this the other day. Right now we have some coffee with Dre's in there.
Yes.
But we are planning on having more of a YouTube presence for that very reason. But Melissa, I'm going to tell them this. I know you don't mind. One of the main reasons Melissa left doing Facebook lives and moved to YouTube, why? Because people are mean and were not nice to her. And which is really sad. She's one of the nicest people you want to meet. And so is her husband, Thad. But that is one of the reasons. So maybe there's some safety in doing it on YouTube, y'all. What does Dorla say?
She says, I found that people who have had great losses or tragedies are the most inspiring, and those that are mean have either never suffered or have let life make them, I think, bitter instead of looking for help.
Right.
Yeah, that did help a little bit afterwards.
That's very encouraging.
You know, that is
Hey,
true
Misty.
because when Earl started getting sick, that's when my creativity came out. Because I didn't really do a whole lot. Well, because I worked every day too. But once I started taking care of him, that's when I started crafting as my therapy.
For those of you that don't know, Deanna's story, and maybe you should tell it next week, is very encouraging and inspiration as well. The love of her life, he's a Marine veteran and suffered due to having been a Marine, physical issues.
And mental.
Of course. And she was his caretaker for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And man, she's a hell of a caretaker too. You should hear the stories.
Oh, you want an advocate that will go after him like a bulldog, just call me.
Right. And went through the pain of losing him slowly, one day at a time, y'all, for 15 years.
And November will be 4 years that he passed, but it would also be our 28th anniversary, because he passed on our anniversary, our 24th anniversary. And I'm going to tell you what, that first year of the first, well, and actually sometimes the second, third, and fourth, it's getting a little bit better, but there's still moments that just don't want to do it.
And they come on suddenly too, which is
They do.
what makes it difficult.
They do. There's something, that's like the ones that have PTSD and stuff, or there's always these triggers, and you never know what's going to trigger it. And then sometimes you do. But when it gets triggered, you just go to your space and pray, and you'll work it out.
Kimberly said, in my crafts is where you find my joy and peace.
Yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
It is. And
Thanks,
that,
Debbie.
a lot of people who are creatives or who allow their creativity to show are people that have suffered.
Something.
That
yes.
have suffered something. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was a death or a major accident, but
Amen,
have
Lisa.
suffered something or had a rough childhood or whatever, and that creativity gives them a place, like Kimberly said, to find that peace, to find that joy. It's something you do for you. And then you create these beautiful things, and then most of us give them out, right? And so then you become...
That is true, because when you go to crafting and you're creating,
Lori.
it lets your head go to a different space that separates you from everything else going on. That if you get your time, your space, and your creativity just is like, wow. And that helps a lot.
It does.
Between crafting and my horses that I had, those were my therapy. I
So
know,
that's
Sandy,
right. A
thank
little bit
you.
of creativity and Jesus. That's
Yeah,
all we need. Well,
if it wasn't for God,
he
I
made
wouldn't
coffee, so I'm good with that too. Coffee,
I wouldn't have.
creativity, and Jesus.
And you give me my sweet tea and crafting, and I'm good.
Oh, Kelly says,
I love you too,
I
Kelly.
love you.
Susan, you're right. There is something peaceful about it. You can just let your mind go.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit and wrap centers or do this and do that and take my time and do it at my space. Put something on the computer, TV, whatever,
Hey,
and
Cherie.
just get lost in it.
It's actually Sherry, I think, because her name is Cheryl.
Oh, Kimberly, thank you. I don't like watching my replays. Let me just say.
I love hearing her talk too, but here in Texas, everybody calls her Sir.
I know it.
So,
That's why I'm going to start a new business name.
oh, Deanna, what
I
a
knew
true
Brittany.
blessing. Whoopsie. What a true... I can't find it. It went away.
You know, Deanna, what a true blessing
There you
caregivers
go.
are. You have a crown full of jewels coming blessings. Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Teeny
That
says
you'll get
I
that
zone
mansion.
right out. That's why I forget about comments. I know, right?
Kim says, amen to that. Coffee, crafting, and God. Of course, we'll
Amen.
put God in first place and the rest follows.
Carrie says, at one time I thought it was a flaw in myself because I can't remember dates. Now I'm glad because I don't. I know, right?
Absolutely.
Teresa says, my kids don't understand why I craft. They're married and I'm by myself. I love to make my wreath.
You keep it up. They don't have to understand.
What, Debbie?
Huh?
Virgin River Friday.
Yes, the 9th.
Oh,
what?
Wow.
There's some joy right there. I'll be choosing joy the moment it hits the airwaves.
Trina says, if I was at a lake with a fishing pole and a bottle of Dr. Pepper and peace, and along with my Grant peace.
She is, Lori. She's heading out this week. She had to turn around and come back because of her vehicle issues. But she's heading out either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Oh, Bobby, thank you. He was a blessing for me. Him and I, you know, he was the one that, because he was my third marriage. But until he passed, I really didn't understand what it meant when they say, when you're getting married, that the two become one. I did not understand that until he passed away. And then it was like, boom. I instantly understood what that meant.
Mm-hmm. Right. Lori, everybody said that. I'm the queen of joy. All I had to do was say, God, bring her back.
Her card, right? Oh, yeah, I know, right? You know what? There's a reason I wasn't supposed to head home at that point in time. I don't know what it was. May never know what it was. So
it may have been for her. It may have been for me. You don't know. We don't know.
During COVID, I blocked and deleted a lot of negativity, learned some new crafts and piece quilts. I have a bunch of piece tops that need to be quilted. Well, I know a quilter.
Yeah.
That was Denise.
I'll tell you what I did, Denise. I did that for a long time. I just made quilt top after quilt
Jonah
top.
Does.
And finally, one year, I
thank you,
spent
Bobby.
a lot of money buying reproduction fabrics. I made a Civil War era log cabin quilt for one of my bonus sons for Christmas. And I took it to the quilter because I didn't have a long arm, and I had her long arm it. And it was so beautiful. I was like, oh my God, this is what a finished one looks like. So what I did is I got every one that I had completely pieced but not done, took them to her, had her complete them with her long arm, gave them to who they were supposed to go to. What a relief that was. I'm telling you. Whew! Now I need to go back to my quilting. Quilting for me is one of those creative processes. It takes time and thought. Yes, it's, you know, but it's very, I don't know, calming. Something deep in my old soul comes up.
Now, for people that don't quilt, what's a long arm?
Oh, a long arm is this huge long arm. It's some pipes that you wrap the quilt in with the quilt top, the batting, and the quilt backing. And it has like a sewing machine that comes along. You know how you see them have the swirls or the cool designs?
Which are usually hand done.
Which used to be usually hand done. That's what it is to have that quilted, and you get to finish it, and you get your binding done around the sides. It's just awesome. Such a good feeling.
I have about 40 of them. That's why she's only getting one or two at a time. You go, girl.
Yeah, it has gotten extremely expensive these days.
Shauna says, it took an amputation to find my writing ability.
But you're published.
Part of my site to find my wreathing ability. I can't even talk.
I like your hashtag, trials into blessings.
Yes.
They take a little time. Actually, my granddaughter, who I taught to sew, and I actually bought her a sewing machine, I don't know, she was 5, 6 maybe. She's made pillows and things like that. She asked me a few weeks ago, while she's off in the summer, will I teach her how to quilt? So, I'm going to be quilting with my granddaughter. Maybe, well, I can't show her face live, but maybe I can somehow put some lives in there without showing her face. Her parents do not want her face
Amen,
in the
Sandy.
public.
That is why quilting bees were so successful in the old days. The original lives.
And water fountain chats.
Friendships and learning. Okay, gossip, but not me.
Yeah.
That
I
is,
know, right?
yes, that is cool. That's why I think the small intimate events are what cool. It's kind of like our crafting bee. I mean, it's, yeah.
Which is why Deanna and I have talked about, we will not stop having TDR, so don't panic, Sandy.
Yep.
And Joan and all of y'all. Having a number of smaller events, like 20, 25 people, maybe a few more, depending on, the area, in different parts of the country. And so, because one thing we learned from my wine and design with Dylan and Dre was there was 20 or less of us total. Just around 20, I guess. We had so much fun hanging out. It wasn't even just the creating. A lot of people didn't even create. They just took all their
Stuff.
goodies home. But we had such an enjoyable time. Wouldn't you say, Kelly? Just getting to know one another and hanging out, watching a movie or going to the stores together or whatever, cooking together. It was an amazing thing, and that's when we decided, Dylan and I decided, we will never have wine and design be a large event. And we talked about, okay, we need to do some smaller events throughout the year. And maybe this Ohio thing might be a kickoff to that.
Now I have a question for y'all. I mean, this is Coffee with Dre. It's inspirational. What would y'all think of a small inspirational get-together? That doesn't necessarily have to be with crafting. And just getting together and talking.
I did too, Kelly. I thought it was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning, good morning.
Well, I'm going to be, Deanna, you'll know, lives in Ohio. I am going to be in Ohio. Well, I'm going to be at Crafters Convention as a designer. But I'm going to stay a little bit longer after Crafters Convention. And we were talking about possibly hosting an Ohio event for people, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Missouri, whatever, in that area. A small event. What now?
She's gonna smack me, y'all.
What?
Everybody's loving the idea. Yes, Golden Girls with Dre and cheesecake.
Yo, she is. I think she's praying for that.
Oh no, I don't have to pray for that.
She's trying to get me to do an inspirational road tour.
Okay, it's not me trying.
I'm considering it once the book is done, if I could ever stop.
Good morning, monkey.
Hey, hey, little ballerina.
And you are not fired. Sorry, you can't fire yourself. Oh, Bobby said
Yeah, hummingbird cake. Poor Bobby.
I mean, I think people would pay for a hotel room or something and just have a little room and get together and coffee with Dre, chit chat, whatever. I think that would be a...
And what I do, put a tip jar at the door?
No, ma'am. If they want to donate, they can donate. If not, I think that would be...
Darla, I started this book March of last year. And then I stopped for a while with COVID and everything. I thought, oh, this is not the time. When actually it really was the time. Yes, and I was dealing with the 20th anniversary of the kids passing. And a lot of things. And when you write, the book is about my journey. It's about choosing joy journey. And the major events in my life that brought me to where I am.
That brought her to the choose joy.
Yes, and allowed me, through my own experience, to understand that you can overcome. You can, like Helen Keller said, you can make it through suffering and overcome it. Don't focus on all the suffering. Focus on the overcoming. So I'm almost done. I keep going back to it. I had to put it down. It was cathartic in a lot of ways, but just tore me up emotionally in a lot of ways too, especially when I talk about things that happened in my youth, because they've been kind of put to rest for a while. And so then I was like, okay, I can't, God, I'm sorry, I can't. And so I put it away. And now I'm finally at the point where all the notes and things that I continued to write during my can't write time, I'm putting them together now. It is not a literary venture. It's written the way I talk, and it's from the heart. And it's to help you have something physical that you can go to find some joy, some inspiration.
It'll make you cry.
Yeah, it will. It will.
But it'll be a...
hopefully a cleansing cry.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Because the beauty of my journey is, y'all, I did overcome. And that's what I want so bad, for at least one person out there to read it and to go, okay, she gets it. She gets me. I've read over the years many, many self-help books written by people who are professional. I have read a few that were written by people who suffered. But I've never really found one that spoke about the true process, the true pain, the true way that you pull yourself up, the way you can turn on God, the way your father, physical father, can harm you for the rest of your life, things like that. So, but I did overcome to be able to be always choosing joy, literally. And I want to share that because, yes, and forgiving. And I found a way to forgive some pretty unforgivable things, but I found a way. And this is what I'm sharing. This is not a tell-all book. I'm not going to throw my ex-husband, for example, under the bus. But, you know, it's my journey that I can share. I do protect some people because their harm in my journey I've forgiven, and their harm in my journey they've asked for forgiveness and made themselves accountable.
But you're not writing the book to harm people.
Nope.
You're writing the book to tell your story and how you got to where you are today.
Because this is how I feel. What is the point in harming someone? Why do I want to cause hurt? I don't. That is not my life's journey. I want to cause hope and inspiration. So that is the gist of the book.
All right, you got Lisa Peterson that would fly to an inspirational event.
Aww.
Carrie says Deanna could pass the bucket. Kelly said, if it wasn't for you and Deanna, I would have probably quit breathing because of all the negative comments. But I'm slowly getting back to it. Don't ever get
that makes me feel so good. You have no idea.
Hey, I had nothing to do with it. I was just here and...
Yes, but we do. And that's what I want y'all to understand. We know when you tell us that we've inspired you, that we have a little something to do with your success. But see, there's some selfishness in that for us, because your successes, your steps, your shuffles, your getting up off the couch, whatever, if it's something small, you know, we celebrate that with you, and it encourages us. Because, y'all, we have downs too. We have troubles and problems that plague us, and we're like, I don't know if I can deal with this. And then one of you encourages us, and we're like, yep, I got this. So we do hope that we inspire you, but we want you to know that you being inspired and sharing that inspires us more.
It does, and inspires us to keep doing what we do. Because they're like Kelly and me and other people, you know, I just recently started doing lives. Started in the group, Dre's Creative Crowd. Did lives there to get your feet wet. And then, you know, did a couple on Ranch House. But then you look at the ones that, you know, young, pretty, they zip through everything, they're done.
Perfectly made up.
Yeah, you know, me, with what you see is what you get. Yes, my fingers have arthritis, my knuckles hurt, and it may take me a little longer, but you either accept me as I am, and if you want to watch live, great. If you don't, that's great too. You know, there's other people. So just do what you want to do and do the best that you can do. There are people that, when you do a live, that will be drawn in, just like Coffee with Drea. We have people that have been in the background for I don't know how many years, and slowly they are coming out and they're speaking on here.
It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Good morning, Bev. How are you?
The same thing with the
Thank
lives.
you, Carrie. That was so thoughtful and kind to say.
Darla said, I figured it would have something to do with joy. It would be hard to write. Debbie says, therapeutic cry. Yep. Holly, looking forward to reading your book.
Hey, Lori Career, that's where Deanna wants to take me when I come up. Sugar Creek.
Why, is she around Sugar Creek? I haven't got down
She
that
said,
far.
we'll take a ride over to Sugar Creek, Ohio, to Amish country.
Yep.
You're all set? We're good.
Got to leave something for the sequel. I know, there will probably be a second one. She just doesn't know it yet.
Well, I'm working on a workbook, sort of. But I'm trying to incorporate the two so you really get your money's worth. I feel really guilty charging.
Lori, how...
Ramona, when other people treat you poorly, be better and be kind and walk away. Smile and keep being you. Don't ever let someone else's bitterness change the person you are. Be who God made you to be. A winner. Amen, Ramona. Exactly. Okay, my mission is complete. Ramona can take over now.
Lori, how close are you to Sugar Creek?
Oh, thanks, Jean.
I fear someone will put words in my mouth. I told someone I was an NA, which back in the day we were called nurse's aide.
Yes.
Later on, she came back and asked me, was I in Narcotic Anonymous? Hold on.
She just about passed out.
And I don't need rumors. It's hard to trust, but I feel safe here.
I'm so glad. Please feel safe. We'll try to keep you guys as safe as we're able.
Okay, now, nurses' assistants, unless most people are around that field or something, probably do not know what that is, along with the PA or any of that other.
No, they know
so
CNA.
They come up with their own stuff.
Denise says, my mom always said that if someone said they didn't like you, then that's okay. Just say, well, I love you. Smile and walk away. It takes their joy away, not yours. It also keeps them with their mouth going.
Bobby, you do inspire me, because
she does.
The way you just keep giving, you, I'll tell you what, you give better than I do. I look at the person and be like, yeah, get away from me now.
Kim, I truly appreciate the inspiration. I'm my worst enemy and negative with myself. Thank you for your words. I'm humbled and appreciate them. Kim. Stacy says, I have learned over the years to forgive and get on with my life. I will not forget things, but I can forgive. Amen. And it's so healing. Melissa, lipstick and dresses, YouTube. PJs and no makeup, Facebook. Sorry,
Debbie.
I'm the no makeup girl.
Debbie, I'm background shy, but I push through. Girl,
Yes, you do.
You do.
She did, because for a long time she would say hardly nothing. Now, we can't shut her up now, y'all.
Yeah, but she's also good that if somebody asks for something and I can't get to it quick enough, boom, she's there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. We love you too.
Those that have arthritis hands, I have found so much wisdom. Keep going live.
Well, thank you, Misty. I'm going to.
Good morning. That would be me.
No.
That doesn't say so much. I'm saying hi. Hi, Rosemary Dowd.
Hi.
Welcome. Now that I called you out.
That's right.
Teresa's heading to Amish, Ohio next week. Taking cheese down to Texas on the 18th.
And keep that pack cool, though, because it'll probably melt. No, I'm just kidding. Lori, I'm actually in Washington, Pennsylvania. If you know where that is, we just go to Sugar Creek all the time.
Well, Lori, when I'm there in Ohio with Deanna in September, she's planning on taking me there. Maybe that would be a good place to meet. In that area somewhere.
I gotta see how far it is from me. I want to say 2 hours, but I'm not sure. I'd have to get
Kim Weaver. Morning. Trying to get through today. Today's the 25th year that I lost my granddaddy. And his son, my father, passed away 13 years ago today. I lost two great men on this day. What are the odds? This is not usual, obviously.
Yeah.
But Kim, you know how I feel. You've got this. Rely on gaining peace and comfort, not only from God, but from the memories that you have of these amazing men you had in your life.
Stacy
So
said,
sorry.
today is 21 years that we buried my mom. She passed away on July 3rd.
Oh, Stacy. Same for you. I'm sure with your mom you have amazing memories. We moms just have this way of forcing memories on our children. May those bring you the peace and comfort that you need.
Bobby,
to
there's
make it through
imperfect
this
in
day.
all of us.
Teeny said, if I have to do makeup, I quit. Makes me exhausted trying to fix this face. Girl, stop it.
Susan Galley's in Pittsburgh. It's 2 hours from Lori. I know, my brother went up there, Lori, somewhere, and I don't know where he went. I'd have to ask him. And stayed in some kind of, I don't know if it was cabins, and they had a porch view to where they faced these horses in a pasture, and every morning the guy would come out and ring the bell for them to come to breakfast, and them horses would come barreling. You could hear them off at a distance, and they videoed it for me. It was like, oh my Lord, I gotta go there. That would be so awesome.
Tony, did I say good morning to you? Good morning, Tony. I don't remember saying your
I've
name.
never seen Tony. Good
Tony
morning,
Qualls,
Tony.
she's here.
Yeah.
Jean Meyer, I'm struggling with let me put this up, I can't read. I'm struggling with self-confidence and lots of personal things, and you are my rock. So grateful. Oh, I click on joining your groups. You don't know how much you touch my heart.
Aww.
God bless. Thank you for that, Jean. God bless you as well. Let's inspire you to be confident. Yep. We'll keep working on it. If you need anything, you message.
Carrie says, I highly recommend 5-hour lunches with crafting friends. Brenda Housley and I met halfway and had an awesome time. Don't start doing that. You didn't know, but I knew you were busy. Aw, always say hi. And if we missed you, apologize.
Yes.
I know, Misty Ray.
So there's a lot of you that live in that area.
So I told you. I've been trying to get her up there for over a year, y'all.
Okay. And in fairness to me and in defense of me, I have no problem. First of all,
you don't have to defend yourself.
I love Amish country. I love Ohio.
She ain't come to see me. She's come to see Amish.
Yeah.
Just saying.
First of all, it's been difficult to do anything but work in the events that we've had. But I have talked about with many of you over the last few years about having an event up your way. Here's what happens. When you have an event somewhere, in order to pay to be there, you have to charge people, which most of you know it wouldn't be a whole lot because it's not a major event. Travel with all your product, etc. There's so much cost involved, and I hated, because at one time I was gonna travel for a month and every week stop at 2 locations and just have a quick little craft session and food with people. Until I did the numbers and it was like, But we're talking about something small and affordable and fun, and it could be part of the inspirational journey, the inspirational speaking journey, as well as crafting. So look for us to give you some kind of notification of a date in September. We will do something for those that are somewhat local, within 2 or 3 hours from where we'll be, and we'll go from there. How about that? How about that?
Shauna says, being a writer, whether published or not, makes us vulnerable to allowing ourselves to show what we have been through, our feelings, thoughts, etc. If it inspires someone, including ourselves, that's enough. It can be, though, be very rewarding, especially when you see your name in print. No other feeling like it.
I'm working on it.
Donna's in PA.
Awesome. Lisa would drive. She's in Michigan.
Ooh, Teresa Rourke's an hour from Sugar Creek. Y'all are close.
Bobby said she'd drive to Ohio.
I'm in Michigan. Lisa Kim would drive to Ohio. Donna's 6 hours from Sugar Creek.
Man, the comments are going too fast for my phone.
You ought to. It would be fun.
You should do it. People would love that.
You know what? And that, what do you call that thing that she made? Like the one she did, the one you did at Crafters last year?
Oh my God.
And then you just did another one?
She can't duplicate that.
I know, but that second one, oh, she just, man, the stuff in this woman's head.
There's some Amish country in Kentucky that I love to go to that I buy lots of good stuff from.
That's what I keep telling her, Beverly. You can
What?
just do a meet and greet with people in the area. You don't have to figure out how to get the stuff there.
Yes, but I still have to cover my travel costs.
Okay,
I
didn't
do
say
have
do it
done.
for free.
I have done that where I'm headed to an event or something, and I'll let y'all know where I'm going. And along the way, we've met people for lunch and dinner, little small groups. That's always fun. Problem is I have to schedule it in where we have 3 or 4 hours to just
she's
hang
got a lot
out.
going on. Trina says, I tell you, Drea always inspires me each time I listen to her.
Aw.
I was down many times, and she always knows the kind words I need to hear.
Aw.
It's amazing. Find those like her to bring you up and see life is better when we know peace.
Mona, you don't have to craft to meet us. You don't. I would
Aw,
love to meet you.
Debbie, here we go. See, she's always on it. Make sure subscribe to the text and email. They're free. You'll get all the info you need for lives and event sales, etc.
Yes.
Holly Hands in Ohio, looking forward to it. Kim Weaver's Kentucky. Melissa, she's 2.5 hours from Amish country. Kim Weber's in Wisconsin.
Well, there you have it. All right, so
Wait, is Nadine on here and I missed her, or did I say hi?
I said hi.
I'm working on a new subject, Dre, with movement, Teeny says.
Yay! Oh, dear.
You don't have to craft it. Yeah, you can come and hang out. You don't have to be a crafter, because I'm sure there's something that you do enjoy doing, Ramona.
So, we will schedule something for September, because I'm going to be up there anyway. Why not? And we will get together. So, be sure. So. Why am I keep saying that word?
So.
Be sure to subscribe to the text thing.
Thank you, Debbie.
And we will put out a message for all those interested. What I'll do is I'll create a group specific for that. And we will discuss details, and then you guys will have those details. Does that sound like a good idea?
Misty says, Andrea Brown.
Uh-oh.
I'm still ready to come by you and group lunch in Lockhart. Open all this week. Would love it.
Hey, I'm hungry right now.
Why are you being quiet, Nadine? I am so sorry.
I saw her earlier come in, and I said, hey.
I can't remember if I did. I was still waking up.
Carrie,
Oh, Susan Galley.
Deanna, can you put it off till Wednesday, and we can have Carrie come down tomorrow for
Oh,
lunch?
you're hurting me.
We can have a late lunch with
Okay.
Carrie tomorrow.
I understand, but you also know you have to give me time to get ready for Monday. I can't just pop up Monday morning and go, hey, let's talk about Amish country.
Carrie, let me get back to you on that. Oopsie doopsie.
Well, y'all can still meet. It's okay. Ooh, Kim Weaver, FedEx is there. Woo, what'd you get?
Well, one from us. We don't do FedEx right now.
No, I know, but I still like to know what you got.
Right? All right, guys.
Nadine, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on, but girl, put your right hand on your heart. That's for me.
Yes. Ooh, the rain's passing.
Oh, Tony Quill says, what's Monday? Monday is where Drea is going to have a procedure and will not be able to do coffee with Drea at 10 o'clock. So you will see my face next Monday. I will be home, so I'll actually be going on at 11, which will be 10 Central.
It'll still be 10 Central.
Yes.
Don't get confused.
Unless I oversleep.
Darla, we're very close to Austin.
Denise, pulling out of the campground now and heading home. Be safe.
Be safe. I'll bet she had a great
Good
weekend.
morning,
They were
Marge
camping.
Weber. What metro area is Lockhart close to? Darla asked.
I said
Are
Austin.
you okay?
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, Jean. It's minor. It's nothing major to be overly concerned about. It's mostly to get some
Excuse me.
information. But thank you for the prayers. So y'all, you're in for a treat. Next Monday morning, Coffee with Drea will be led by God.
Thank you.
But will be facilitated by none other than Deanna Davis.
Or I'm just going to get on there and be goofy. I haven't decided yet. Yes, Deanna, come to the good time zone. I know, right?
Thank y'all. Thank you so much. We appreciate that.
Oh, Bobby said Ashley turns 25 this week. She just got a FedEx for Ashley turns 25. How did that happen?
Please tell Bobby to tell Ashley I said happy birthday.
Did you hear that, Bobby? My Bobby said to tell your Ashley happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, Teeny. She said she'll be there Monday.
Awesome.
I'm sitting here watching the Cardinals build their nest. We are going to see babies. Oh,
How exciting. You know, we have tons of cardinals out here. Every year we have more and more because, you know, I never have seen a baby.
Deanna says, all you have to do is get a cup of coffee, which will be sweet tea for me, and be dressed to be live on Monday. Next Monday, I have to talk to my mother-in-law for all of her pre-op procedure, lung cancer removal on Wednesday.
Oh, my
Eat
gosh.
simple. I have to add her to the prayer list, and you too. Nadine, I'll call you back.
Debbie, you need backup? Call me.
Be back up. You better be on the live.
She's got this.
That would be funny. I could get.
She's
yeah.
also very inspirational.
Y'all, I might be in my red robe. You never know.
Oh my goodness. All right, guys. So go to the text. It's a pinned comment. Join the text group. We will let y'all know when we're going to do the group, and we'll just say something on there. Want to meet us in Ohio, and you'll know that we formed that group, and then we'll figure it all out from there. Okay?
Teeny wants to know if I need her to fly in and we can do Truth or Dare Monday.
No.
Oh, Ramona. She can't wait to see me and not just hear her voice. Oh, thank you, Miss.
Ramona,
okay,
you should.
Y'all are awesome.
Oh, is Ramona's not in? Did you do that in the group or on my page? You did on the page, right? Saturday,
Yeah, we did Ranch House.
or was that Friday? Saturday. Saturday's
day
live was Deanna creating a flower, so y'all get to see her put a name with a face with a name
We did the
and a
cannoli
voice,
flower.
and see her create.
Okay, they probably call it something else, but I'm calling it a cannoli flower. Deanna hugs are the best. Oh,
They
thank
are.
you.
Number one, never give up your power, ever. The power to be that amazing human being that you are. And most importantly with that is be authentic to you. Because we're going to know if you're faking it, and then we're not going to follow you, and you won't be able to inspire us because we'll know you're faking it. So just be you. Celebrate each and every little step of your journey. What's so funny, before I say my closing line?
Because Shauna responded to Teeny's and says, yes, I will pay to be in that private live group of the Truth or Dare.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We
Miss-
couldn't handle it. Facebook would shut us down.
We might have to YouTube this one.
Especially if Teeny's in it. Get it?
That's true.
All right, y'all. So you're going to be the authentic you. Don't give the power away to anybody else. And use some of that power to always, always, always choose joy, y'all. Thanks for joining us. Catch us live this afternoon around 4 p.m. right here on this same page. Bye, y'all.
Bye.